Finally, with one last ball of fire, the party's foe begins to glow and suddenly explodes. A shockwave of energy releases and then fades. Chardalyn falls from the sky. They did it. The dragon is defeated. The 10 towns have been saved. At least for now. Celebrations are suddenly cut short though. Marching towards town square is a sizable force of soldiers from the neighboring towns of Targos and Easthaven, led by the Speaker of Targos himself, Nath Maxildanar. Nath proclaims himself as the temporary head speaker of all the 10 towns via an old clause in the region's founding accords, stating only that he can guide the towns during this crisis. And this is where our story will continue next time.
But yeah, last session was the siege on Bryn Shander. You guys fought and killed or defeated the chardalyn dragon, and then fought off kind of the rest of the siege with the help of various characters. You fought drow operatives that seemed to be working with the Sunblight duergar. So that's some new development that you don't have all the details on just yet. And then obviously the big thing was that after the combat died down and siege was ended and things were settling, it became apparent that Targos and Easthaven were marching in with their full might of their armies. Something's happening with Mossy's cat.
You guys heard that?
Oh, yeah.
You're so dead. Oh man.
It's like other side of the room.
Yep. Yeah, very sensitive. Also, whatever that is. It's really loud.
Yeah, sorry. This will be over quick. I'm just opening something. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, so Targos and Easthaven marched in their armies, and Nath Maxildanar, the Speaker of Targos, declared himself the new head speaker of the 10 towns, while his army cleaned up the remaining mess in Bryn Shander.
Seems awfully conveniently timed.
Okay, we're that's the intro, right?
Yeah, so we'll pick up there. So you guys are in Bryn Shander. So essentially, like, we finished off, you're in town square. These armies have marched in. And so Nath Maxildanar kind of stands and people start to kind of filter in now that the conflict has ended and the crisis has ended. The commotion dies down as townsfolk start to filter into town square. Nath Maxildanar stands at the town hall, the entrance to the town hall, and he kind of commands everybody's attention as he stands there and says, "People of Bryn Shander, 10 towners, today we stand among the ashes of yet another tragedy, another failure of leadership. For years now, our speakers have pleaded for unity, yet remained divided. They argued over petty trade disputes while duergar stalked our tunnels. They debated fishing quotas while a chardalyn abomination soared toward our homes. Ask yourselves, who stands between you and these enemies? Is it the Council of Speakers? No. While they hesitate, Targos acts. The 10 towns were founded on a simple truth, that when danger threatens all, A single hand must guide us. Our ancestors wrote the border accord for this very purpose. If the council fails in its duty to safeguard our people, the strongest surviving speaker must assume emergency authority until order is restored. That time has come. I, Nath Maxildanar, Speaker of Targos, assume the mantle of Steward of the 10 Towns. Not out of desire, but necessity. We face duergar armies, unending winter, and threats yet unseen. We cannot afford bickering councils and half measures. Someone must take responsibility. To every citizen who fears what tomorrow brings, order will return, trade will resume, and your families will be safe. The 10 Towns will stand, united, under a single banner, and we will be stronger for it. And with that, he turns and enters Town Hall.
Before he enters, actually, before this happens, do we recognize any of the delegation from Targos and East Haven, aside from the Targos speaker?
I would say there's nobody that specifically stands out. Maybe some faces that you'd seen as part of the guard or militia while you were
like
in those towns.
East Haven speaker and the guard captains, are they here?
Yeah, they're there. Yep.
Okay. And how does the East Haven delegation look? Do they look like they're rah 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 go Targos, or do they look at least somewhat unhappy?
I would say they look resolute. They're not necessarily happy, not necessarily unhappy, but the vibe is like one of everyone here is here to do a job. You know, they look like soldiers. Like this is necessary.
Okay. Then before he enters the town hall, and we're at the gates of the town hall, right? So he's really close to us now.
Yeah, you're in town square. You're about as close as anybody in town square would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I would like to address both him and the people around. What you have been saying is both partially true and also hilarious, because yes, the 10 towns have been stifling under the oppression of the endless winter and the duergar and the troubles that you all face. But instead of trying to figure out a way to stop it, you have been the one playing petty political power games. And remind me, your method of stopping it was to sacrifice your own townspeople to it. And has that stopped the endless winter after you've killed so many of your own people? And I also wonder if your people have realized that your sacrifices are rigged. Like soldiers of Targos, do you remember the last time somebody in your town of wealth or power was sacrificed? No, because they can buy their way out of the lottery. You guys are the ones who bear the risk of what your leaders devise while they stay safe and protected. And that's what they have in store for all of the 10 towns. And in the meantime, while Targos has been, playing their little power games, we have actually discovered the first step of how to stop this endless winter, while you have been busy meddling in the politics of other towns. And most of these other towns, even though they're suffering under the weight of their own problems, they have been willing to assist in our quest in their own ways. even East Haven here was instrumental in helping to stave off the duergar threat in their area, and they executed one of the wizards looking to utilize the power that could stop the Endless Winter when they killed the wizard Dazan. So, good job, East Haven. But you guys, you've been crouching like a spider in the west, stealing the life-giving cauldron of plenty that we brought to East Haven, sucking the vitality from the rest of the 10 towns that you profess that you want to protect. So seriously, by what right do you claim the leadership of a land that you have repeatedly victimized?
There's a lot of...
Sorry, if you distrust my words, I am totally willing to stand in a zone of truth and repeat them. And I know that at least one person in East Haven is capable of casting that spell.
There's a lot of unrest in the kind of the crowd as you deliver your words and finish. And Nath Maxildanar turns back and stops and gives it a moment, and then he kind of raises his left hand, and he says, and as he raises his left hand, people start to quiet down, and he lowers it, and he says, "Many baseless accusations are made by this adventurer. I understand your frustration. You fought very bravely and put everything on the line to defend this town. Truly, everyone here should be grateful to you for that. However, your heroics, the heroics of you and your friends, only highlight a failure in the system. Heroics are not policy. We cannot rely on adventurers to protect our walls. It is your government who should protect you, who you should rely on to protect you. This adventurer asks by what right I stand to rule the 10 towns. And that right is by the accord."
Sorry, you guys talked over each other.
I said, sorry, I'm technically part of the government. I helped.
Indeed you are.
Sorry, what right did the Targos speaker say that he had?
I'm invoking Clause 9 of the Border Accord.
Okay.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, during your grandiose speech, you mentioned that it allows for the surviving speaker to take control. Last I checked, there are quite a few surviving speakers, and I motion towards Cyril as
I disappear.
What?
I don't want to die.
You're not gonna die.
There's literally 2 armies between me.
I'm just imagining he's just motioning to Cyril, and he's just the cloud of smoke, and he's not there.
Don't undermine our point.
All right.
Article 9 of the Border Accord states many things, but primarily it is there so that in the event that the Council of Speakers is unable or unwilling or too divided to provide adequate defense for the 10 towns, authority may be granted to a single steward. I am invoking that article for the protection of all of us, for our future. You say that the people of Targos were lying in wait for opportunity, but we were merely preparing for the next attack. We do not look to only one battle, but we look ahead to what is to come, the war that lies on the horizon for our people. And we are ready to fight that war, to protect not just Targos, but Bryn Shander and the rest of the 10 towns.
Okay, then it's
So what
really
you're
interesting
saying is-
that you arrived in time to swoop in for the aftermath. Like, if you've been preparing for this for ages, that you didn't come in time to actually protect the town.
The town did not call for Targos' help. We have come.
Then what are you doing here?
We got the information late from another party.
Do tell.
There's more kind of unrest as people discuss this, and Nick Maxildanar waits for it to calm down again and says,
I think you caught Ryan off guard.
look around. The 10 towns are dying. Duergar on the march. Our many enemies sabotaging us from within. An endless winter tightening its grip. I am not the villain here. I am the only one acting in our best interests. Ask any fisherman in the 10 towns. A boat with 10 captains sinks. What I offer is a singular direction. If you oppose me, you are defending a system that failed its people today. If you support me, we can end the chaos and rebuild something stronger.
What qualifications do you have to be this one steward that you mentioned?
I command the strongest military in the 10 towns. And I am willing to do what is necessary to protect our people, unlike Duvessa Shane. All of you have suffered as she refuses to act and do what is required in this new reality that we face. You all know of what I speak. Her inaction has now cost the lives of many. I am judged for the lives that have been sacrificed in Targos. But what is a handful of lives to save thousands? I will
Except
do
you didn't
whatever
save
it takes.
1,000. I mean, the winter is still ongoing.
Because of leaders like Duvessa Shane who have refused to adapt.
So you are saying that you sacrificed your people for nothing. That is what you have done.
Targos
Because you
is
say
still
that other
strong.
towns have failed in stopping the endless winter, but literally, you have done the same. So, really, what gives you more right than others? Because we actually do know how to stop the endless winter. Do you?
Targos still stands strong. Our walls stand. Look around you at this town. It is in ruin. I will not allow something like this to happen again.
A dragon the size of, I don't know, a small mountain, and it still stands. I mean, the walls might be a little crumbly, but the town still stands.
Indeed it does.
Yeah, if Targos faced a dragon like that, I feel like it would also not look in the best shape.
Targos would be ready. And Bryn Shander will be too. You're right. It is incredible, miraculous that Bryn Shander still stands. And again, in no small part, thanks to the heroic deeds of you and your party. But we cannot rely on that. We must rely on our own government, our own armies, to protect our walls, not those of adventurers. Change is coming. I will protect Bryn Shander, Targos, East Haven, all 10 towns. We will endure this winter.
It is really hard to take you seriously when the choice that you made to feed your townspeople was to steal the priceless artifact that East Haven had to feed theirs.
I don't know what you speak of. We did come into acquiring a very rare and useful artifact to keep the people of our people fed, but there was no theft. Do you have any proof that we did any stealing? I don't think you want to make such baseless accusations.
This is this is not out loud or anything. This is do we still have that documentation linking the clerk to the Zentrum and back to Targos, right?
I don't remember. That was a very long time ago.
You saw stuff. I don't know if you have documentation.
There was something we don't actually. Yeah, I don't remember because we didn't actually manage to read what we saw on her desk, right? So how did we eventually find out that she was a Zentarum agent?
You did eventually. You guys pulled out all the stops to read stuff on her desk. You
No,
did
but
so
we
many
didn't
things.
succeed in reading it.
Yeah, you did eventually, because you
did we?
eventually sent Lena back like later after you had rested.
At that time, we didn't know that she was planning to steal the cauldron, and later we did learn that that was the plan. So how did we learn that?
Well, the secretary was missing afterwards.
No, but I feel like we actually there was some type of letter or something with orders for her. Like I vaguely remember. I just don't remember specifics.
Yeah, you pieced together based on the information you had. You didn't know what it meant, and then once the cauldron went missing and she went missing, then you concluded the connection between the two.
In any case, I turned to what was the East Haven speaker's name again?
Daneth Whalen.
Daneth Whalen. Okay. You turned to Speaker Whalen, and I asked, so, do you guys still have your Cauldron of Plenty? Or did you agree to trade it? Did you agree to gift it to Targos out of the goodness of your heart?
Or was it stolen by a known Zentrum agent? Speaking of which, Speaker, I'm brain farting on the names already. Targos' Speaker, would you be willing to stand into a zone of truth and admit that, and make the claim that you are not involved with the Zentrum?
Speaker Daneth Whalen says, kind of shifts his weight a little bit and then says, we stand with Targos. There is no theft or ill will between our two towns. We support Nath Maxildanar as steward of the 10 towns.
Okay, so I hope that all the soldiers that follow you and are present are okay with, giving the food in their bellies over to the Targos soldiers instead.
The Nath Maxildanar says, the cauldron is here in Bryn Shander. We will use it to feed those who are struggling after this attack. We are here to lead and to help into a better future for everybody, one that you've been denied by poor leadership for a long time. And I know that many of you have felt that pain. And as you maybe try to talk or ask more questions, you're starting to kind of get drowned out by people like hearing and kind of supporting what he's saying. And Nathan Exildanar makes his way into town hall.
We've been ignored.
Tamar just sort of puts his hand on Jin's shoulder as if to silently say, "Sorry, mate."
The people of the surface are proving to be no better than mine.
Sorry, I'm just it's been a really long time since I've looked at my my spells.
By the way, very good job with the speaker being a politician and dodging half of the questions that were thrown at him.
I had a
Okay.
lot of real world inspiration for them.
Yeah, I was like, this is kind of depressing.
Sorry. In my defense, this plot point and this character have been planned for a long time.
I was trying very hard not to start a war, so I thought that I would get.
I feel like anything I would have done would have started a war.
Well, that's why I didn't say anything, because I think anything I would have said would have started a war.
I don't like. Unfortunately, I don't think we can win
Oh
the
no.
war.
Oh no no no.
Well, yeah, but we could also all die.
I
And
mean,
then,
we would. I think our goal is to avoid that.
I mean, and then I'd have to play Xena, Lena's cousin.
Did we regain all of our spell slots?
No.
Okay.
No?
I
I thought
must
we did
have
a long
clicked on the
rest.
long rest button because I have like full spell slots.
Well, because the discussion last time was that like you would benefit from a long rest, but it was under the assumption that you were going to try and fight two armies.
Was that
I don't-
legitimately the plan?
No. That wasn't my plan, but it was always a possibility that could happen.
Definitely was not my plan.
No, if it was our plan for that, I would, or if someone had told me that, I would have opened my mouth and eaten that guy. Just straight eating him. Like, just turn into a bear and eat him. Nom nom nom.
There you go.
I'm just saying. I can sneak in wherever he's living when he's asleep and then eat him.
So here's an important question. If you're a polar bear when you eat him, does it still count as cannibalism?
No,
Because your true form is a humanoid.
but I'm not eating him as a human. And stuff doesn't taste the same. I'm a druid, I would know.
Where's Devessa Shane at this point in time? Are they in the hall?
Yeah, presumably they're inside town hall. You haven't seen her.
We should probably go in and help her.
You know who else is in there?
Are we allowed in? Am I still banned?
Yeah, I mean, we've been like sleeping there. I think we're okay. And oh my God, what's Cam's character's name again? Tarinthia.
Yeah.
Tarinthia's Stone there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should go in. Although I am kind of annoyed that like we've been doing all the standing up for them.
And they haven't been defending themselves.
Right. It's like it's not our town.
They largely seem in support of Nath Maxildanar,
The Bryn Shander people?
from what you've seen, yeah, after his speech.
It's crazy. Propaganda.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh,
on surface level, it makes sense. Having one person in charge is much better than having 10 people in charge.
What
Yeah, but not
qualifies
that
him, then?
guy.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time, but the other thing is, you know, that Devessa Shane was a polarizing speaker because a lot of people wanted her to do more in regards to the Endless Winter and Ariel and everything surrounding that. There was a lot of pressure from the general population that wasn't doing enough. So it seems that a lot of the things that Nath Maxildanar has said kind of like spoke to that. And a lot of people are on board with it.
Oh my God, this is honestly really giving real world vibe.
Well, in this case, in the game, right, you need to also consider like people are really scared. People have no idea. Nobody knows what to do. Like this guy, whether true or not, from your perspective, offers a solution, a way forward. So he's charismatic. people will buy into that.
I mean, I was ready to vote for him almost. Not, not in real life. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I almost said Lena Luthor. Lena Namara was like, hell yeah, let's all unite under a single banner. That makes sense. It's easier to fight for a single thing than it is to fight for this other city that it doesn't help you.
This guy's giving a speech, and Lena's just like, hell yeah, bitches.
No, I very carefully did not, because I knew that was not the right answer, because they are evil. But also the right answer is not to steal from other people, and it's not to make deals with the Zentarum and all the other things that I know that happened.
I mean, it was clearly this is
Self-serving.
clearly a power grab. Like, it's
Yeah.
nothing other than that. I've seen it 100 times back in Menzo Baranzan. It happens all the time.
So how did you deal with it in Menzo Baranzan?
Well, back in my former home, there isn't really much you can do if they have the stronger force. You just hope not to get killed, in all honesty.
Are we just going to write off the support of, I guess, the other towns then?
We can maybe work on gaining the support of this guy. Does it benefit us not to? I don't know this guy's history. I mean, you guys do. I don't.
Last we checked, his guard captain at least was, I think they were plotting to. It was something against the Reghead nomads, I think. Sorry, I also don't have my notes here. But yeah, we overheard a conversation between the guard captain and someone else. What was he saying?
Yeah, they were talking about a war with savages. It wasn't. You assume it's probably Reggae nomads, but you didn't get the details entirely.
Okay. Yeah, so he's plotting war with probably our allies, our current allies.
Well, it seems like it could be quite a short-lived war, considering whatever force that they had before is essentially just a shell of its former self. It's a skeleton. Many people have been killed in this battle, even if they wanted to fight back.
Wait, who?
The force of Bryn Shander.
Oh no. When I said our allies, I meant the nomads.
Oh, okay.
Well, you haven't
We-
made friends with the
Didn't
nomads. You
we?
made friends with the Goliath clans.
Karen of the Elk tribe. He's a nomad, right?
Yeah, he's one, but you haven't met any of the tribe chieftains.
I mean, I trust them more than I trust this guy. Most of them. Except, sorry. A little mixed up. Lena's mom, is she a nomad or... She's a nomad, right? Not a Goliath.
We're talking about Lena's adopted mom or Lena's assumed biological mom?
Assumed biological.
The assumed biological mother is a Reggae nomad, yes.
Okay,
The chieftain of the Tiger tribe.
gotcha.
Wait,
And
if my mom is a chieftain, doesn't that mean that I'm like their princess?
Well, they don't know yet. We don't know yet.
And devout worshipper of the Frostmaiden.
Oh. Huh.
So you just gotta overthrow her.
And then my tribe will help us.
Yeah.
Yes.
8
Okay,
a.m.
bye.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to get involved with this? Does this benefit, our fights to come?
Well, Bryn Shander was a pretty close ally That said, I don't know if we can help them here. I mean, our main goal is still just to stop the endless winter, right? And now we also have the additional. We gotta get Avarice's whatchamacallit from
Yeah, the artifact that she spoke of.
Naslantamir.
Yeah.
Since that are the Black Sword guys around? Avea?
There's looking around, you see maybe a couple, but they seem to be kind of making their way out in the wake of all of this. They're not a
But
part
they were supposed to tell
of,
us how to find Naslantamir, right?
I think they give you like a last known location, or did they not do that?
No, they Avarice said that we would be informed after our dealings in Bryn Shander.
Okay. That's right. So, yeah. They seem to be making their way out anyway. They're not a part of whatever's happening here.
So yeah, I think that kind of is, well, I would see that as our priority now, since, we promise.
Am I able to cast message and have Talise hear it?
Yeah?
I want to ask her what's going on in there. I think, I'm just going to ask her, are you safe and what's going on there?
A message. Yeah, okay. She just replies that there's a lot of commotion, but that they're in, her and the other people that were in there are in kind of like confined to one room. So she's not really privy to whatever discussions are happening.
If we're gonna leave Targos in charge of this place, we should probably take her away. Otherwise, they're gonna have, leverage over Corinthia.
Do you think he's going to, run the city in such a way where he's going to be taking captives or prisoners and shit? Because the other question is, if that's the case, then where do we even send her? Where can I send her? There's not really many places.
Goodmead.
It's my mistake.
For now.
He doesn't have much of a force.
It'll be fine.
Then I obviously wouldn't want to send her alone. She's just a child.
Send her to the Goliaths.
Yeah, I'd have to send her alone.
Send her to Clan Thunderglaive.
Is someone going to pick her up? Does it look like the guards are preventing anyone from going in?
Do you think that if you call an Uber X, you get a Griffin? Maybe that's not right.
Uber Griffin?
Technically, I could use sending to talk to the Goliaths.
Yeah, so the guards, a retinue of Targos forces have taken up position outside Town Hall to guard it. But a lot of the other forces from Targos and from East Haven have kind of just begun to disperse throughout the town and just seem to be assisting in general with whatever people need in the aftermath of the attack. From what you've heard or got the impression of, they showed up to help with fighting the other forces at some point. I mean, you guys
so they actually helped?
Yeah. You didn't, not with the dragon, but I mean, you didn't single-handedly, well, I guess there's the other forces from Bryn Shander as well, but yeah, they marched in and kind of helped clean up the end of the battle. With duergar.
Well, I guess the question is, do we want to... I think at this point, the 10 Towns agrees that, okay, martial law, basically. but I don't think that like they're super what's the term, like devoted to the idea of Matt. What is the Targo speaker's name again?
Nath Maxildanar.
Nath. How do you spell that? Okay. Yeah, like I think aside from the Targos people, the others might be okay with, like, if someone else can prove that they're a better fit, like they would probably be okay with supporting someone else as well. So do we want to do like that kind of
I'm just
political
I don't think that that
maneuvering?
would work because, based off of what I know, Targos, Bryn Shander, and East Haven are the three main powers. And since the Speaker of East Haven has aligned with the Speaker of Targos, that's sort of
Right, but he's doing that right now because he thinks that Nath, what's his face, has the best chance of, you know, uniting the towns. If someone else looks to be a better prospect, it's not like he personally has any attachment to Targos. I mean, I'm just putting that out there. I feel like it might
if we
be
want
a
to start
lot
a
of
counter
work
queue,
with no guarantee of success. So we could just, ignore all this and continue on our way. It's just going to be tougher
if we want to start a
without.
counter coup, I mean, I'm all for it. If it's what we're doing.
I must not say typical draw.
It reminds me of it reminds me of home.
Tamara personally does not want to get involved in the politics.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I think that Jin would not be good at the politics game. I think Cyril would be very, very uninterested.
To be fair,
Malia would be terrible.
my role in
Um,
the family was not really the political part, but more of the making people disappear part.
The
yeah,
secret
so
politics.
I think we're like
That was more of my
best positioned.
political parts was more of my mother's thing.
I don't think we're best positioned to do that. So we just leave the 10 towns to it.
I think if we are able to make significant progress in our ultimate goal, that will give us a lot more leverage.
True. And if we can ally with the nomads and the Goliaths, we would have a significant force behind us. And then Nath what's his face, Nath Maxildanar would not be the speaker with the strongest army behind him.
So what do you guys want to do in the immediate then?
When we made the agreement with Avarice, was there like a time limit?
No, there wasn't one
No.
provided.
No, but it was sort of implied that that would be our next priority after Bryn Shander. And that was my take on it.
I just feel like if we want to go do something with nomads, like we should do it now before there's more infighting that destroys more of their people.
Well, the first thing Taranthia's doing before we leave or do everything is she's marching up to the front door to the guards, and she's gonna say, "There's a drow child in there. I demand her immediate release, now."
The
Which guards?
both.
Bryn Shander guards?
No, the Targos ones he's talking
Oh.
about at the entrance to town hall. They kind
Were
of
they
look at each
blocking
other.
us from entry?
Yeah, they're guarding the entrance. Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of look at each other, and the one turns to Taranthia and says, "Nobody goes in or out right now."
You would stop a child from reuniting with her sister after the traumatic events that just occurred? Is that how you want to start your rule of your protection quote unquote protection of the 10 towns?
I'm just following orders, sir. You have to take it up with the steward.
You're
The
denying.
steward who's inside. But we
So you
can't
gotta
get
let us in
inside.
to talk to him, right? To take it up with him. You told us.
We
to
have
take
a
it up with him.
speaker out here who needs to talk to them. Will you let him in?
We'll have to get back to you on that one.
Okay, we'll wait.
What? Why would we wait?
Because they're gonna go in and get him right now, right? Because they wouldn't want to keep a speaker from being inside where they are speaking.
When he
So,
said
Really?
that, we
That's
would-
the thing, is there are no more speakers. According, from my understanding, the way that this works, the speakerships have been dissolved for the stewardship. So they probably don't care anymore that Cyril is a speaker.
Is that true? I'm asking the guards. You don't care that he's a speaker and in charge of a whole town and could, you know.
I'm more of a mayor now, I guess.
that actually seems like a very poor way of doing things, because then are you guys going to send someone to manage each of the 10 towns if you're deposing all of the leaders?
You're asking me a question I don't have answers to, sir.
Jesus
You're
the
gonna have
guard.
to
So
take
let
it
us
up.
in and we can talk to the person who actually has the power to determine these things.
Everybody would love an audience with the steward. We're gonna have to get back to you on that one.
I say quite loudly.
Okay.
I say quite loudly so as many people hear me as as they can, as loud as my voice can go. So you deny an older sister to reunite with her baby sister after everything that happened here. This is how you.
Oh, all right. Just relax. I'll be back. And he heads in to the town hall.
Did your friend just ditch you? I turned to the other guys.
They just kind of like stare forward.
Even the slightest bit of confrontation, you immediately fold.
Are they acting weird? Like,
They're just-
are they acting like they're mind controlled or anything like that? Or are they just acting like they're guards doing their job and they don't want
Yeah,
trouble?
just like guards doing their job.
Okay.
Like this is just they're just like this,
Yeah.
this is what I'm doing.
They
like,
have their orders,
yeah.
but their orders did not involve like what to do if there's an older sister looking for her younger sister.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, they're in a rough situation because they didn't sign up for this shit, and then this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Having
Yeah,
been in the military and in one of those positions where you're like, I don't know what to do, I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just following orders.
So yeah. So after like 5 minutes or so, the guard that went inside comes back out and says, "You've been granted an audience with the steward. You may enter."
Okay, we didn't actually want an audience with the steward. We just wanted her sister.
Well, it might be a good idea to see what his plans are for the fortress, because if he's going to be in charge, we might want his backing for our eventual assault on the duergar fortress.
You know what? I actually totally forgotten about that.
Yeah, we don't have to go in and be like, we don't want you here. We can
Yeah.
simply
I
observe.
mean, we already did that.
we can simply observe, see what he's doing, and just, see if we can sway him in our favor at all.
Well, I mean, if he wants to protect the 10 towns, then
Then surely
will
he could
have to move
use
on the
the help
fortress.
of 5 heroes, right?
I'm more worried that he doesn't want to protect 10 towns, but
More like 4.5.
well, if he
euro.
wants to keep his leadership, he at least has to like make a show of doing something about the duergar threat, because they literally just, mounted a major assault on the base town of the 10 towns.
Regardless, I'm entering. My friends can come with me.
All right. Yeah, you guys are granted access to town hall, but you are essentially corralled into a specific room. You're brought up into the room that you were previously sleeping in, the former council room, bedroom, council room again,
Where
and
we go?
you're let in there.
Here you go. We got back to our old little base.
Inside is Nath Maxildanar and a few of his guards. He kind of stands at the head of the conference table and motions for you to take a seat if you like.
So I walk quite aggressively up to the table, and I go, "A drow child, where is she?"
She's safe downstairs. We're
Why
not
is she-
holding any hostages. We're just consolidating power here.
Okay, well, I would like
Everyone
to see
will
her
be
now.
free to go. You're welcome to leave now. I assumed that your people wanted to speak with me. You seemed interested outside. If not, you're all free to go.
I believe my friends would like to speak with you. I'm just here for my sister.
Very well. You're free to go then.
Well, you speak a lot of protecting the 10 towns, so what are you going to do against the duergar?
That's a good question. It's my understanding that they have some kind of establishment here in the Dale. We're going to need to take the fight to them.
And when do you plan to do that?
Once we finish cleaning up this mess, but it certainly should be top priority.
Well, you should let us know when you plan to go so that we can lend a hand.
Your help would be most welcome. As I said, it'll be top priority after we finish consolidating and cleaning up the mess from this attack. But yes, if you are willing to help, then we would welcome your strength alongside our forces. But unlike your previous endeavors, you will not be going it alone. We will provide a military force to back you.
What do you intend to do with the other speakers? Will they retain at least control over their respective towns, or?
Eventually, but for now, as is required, I am solely in charge. When the crisis ends and the 10 towns are safe, I will gladly relinquish stewardship.
Is there a way that you can get in touch with us when you plan to move on the duergar? Because we actually have some other commitments to honor in the meantime.
How convenient. You speak of my priorities and whether or not I have the 10 towns' best interests in heart, but you yourself have your own priorities that seem to be above assaulting the duergar and
I mean,
doing
our
so in defense of
priority
the
is
10
stopping
towns.
with winter. So,
We also aren't trying to
which
take
do you
over
think comes
everything and
first?
say that our priority is everyone.
You cannot stop winter. You can only endure it. And that is what I intend to do.
No, actually you can, but you do you.
Well, I'm sure the people that you sacrificed were very happy to be warm again.
As I said before, would you choose a handful of lives or thousands? The answer is clear.
So is
So
there a
you'd
way
be
you
willing
can
to
get
give
in
up
touch
your
with us?
life?
Not that I am aware of. If you are going to leave Bryn Shander in the immediate future, then we will handle things without you, as was always the plan. It's your choice.
Where are the Bryn Shander speaker and her aides?
Well, they're
Or-
still in. They're
She's
still in.
messaged me.
She's still in town hall, but as we consolidate leadership, She won't be soon enough.
Do you intend to
What are you gonna
exile
do?
them, or do you intend to execute them?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Going to do nothing of the sort.
Just
Are
asking.
you gonna
She's
sacrifice her?
Just asking.
Just
the
checking.
the sacrifice is a lottery. We won't be choosing and picking specific people. Duergar Shane has failed as a leader of Bryn Shander. The evidence is all around you.
What has sacrificing people gotten you that you think that it is succeeding?
Targos thrives. It is the most successful of all 10 towns. We have the strongest army. We are the most well-fed. We have the strongest commerce. If all 10 towns were willing to do what was required, we wouldn't be in the situation that we are in.
But how does sacrificing someone out in the cold benefit you or your town? What does it do?
It is what winter demands.
Did she come to you and tell you to do that?
She has told many what she requires. What
Like-
let me ask you a question. What is your plan? You say you can end the endless winter. What exactly does your group of adventurers intend?
Jin?
I don't even know what our plan is, to be honest.
They're. Sorry?
He's
We
asking
believe
what our
we-
plan is.
We believe.
No,
that-
I think either Tamara or Corinthia said something.
Yeah, I started to speak.
What did you say?
I didn't get a chance to say anything because everybody started talking at once.
Yeah, so what were you going to say?
I was going to say that we've learned of a magical device from the Netherese Empire in this fallen city of Etherin.
Oh,
Can end this winter.
Wow. I was just gonna say that we learned of an ancient artifact that could stop it.
I mean, if we want people's help, I feel like we can't just keep everything a secret.
Yeah, but not this guy.
Well, seem to be running out of trustworthy figureheads.
Only because he just deposed like 9 of them.
He kind of shifts his weight and he pulls the glove that he wears on his left hand a bit tighter, and he says, any artifact you find is not going to stop winter.
And how do you know that?
Would it be possible for me to use detect magic without being noticed?
I would say no.
Oh my god.
What if I stand in front of him because he told me psychically that he wants to try to perform detect magic?
Oh god. Is he one of Ariel's disciples?
I mean, I thought that was kind of obvious from the beginning, so I was just questioning everything you guys were doing. But
I just met this guy. I didn't know.
He just says calmly, you just don't understand. You think that this endless winter, you think that this is a war that you can fight and you can win. I have seen what a real truly is. You cannot defeat winter. You can only endure it. The sacrifices are regrettable, but necessary. As I said, a handful of deaths to save thousands. It's a simple choice. I choose to save the greater number of people. The people of 10 towns starve, freeze, they die every day. This way, their deaths at least mean something. This is not a betrayal of our people, it is leadership.
I was kind of okay with like just leaving him in charge while we did other stuff, except if he is one of Uriel's servants, then he can do a lot of damage.
Well, he's already got 2 armies, so
Yeah. Is there anyone else in the room with us and him?
His guards,
No.
right? What?
He's got a couple guards at the door, but otherwise, yeah, nobody else. Nobody else of note.
And we have our weapons?
Excuse me?
I'm just asking. I'm
Yeah,
asking the
you do.
GM. I'm out of character. I'm asking.
Yeah,
do we
you
really
do.
want to commit a political assassination right now with 2 armies outside?
He's the one in charge, right? If we cut off the head, right, then there's no one to lead it.
I mean,
I feel like there would be
I feel
chaos in the
like
streets.
And he is, or if he is Oriel's person, then I'm not saying we should or not. I'm just saying I didn't think that he
I
was
don't think we should.
until just now. I'm clearly very dumb.
remind me, like, the tugging on the glove. Was there like some type of symbol on the previous, what's his face, Sephic? There was, right? Something on his hand.
Yes, and it turned into the rune that Cyril carries now.
Okay,
Wait, when did he tug on his glove?
just now.
Oh, damn.
Like, that's why I was like, is he one
I'm
of
pretty
the-
sure he did it during his speech too, but
Oh, did he?
I don't remember.
Okay, I missed
or
that.
no, he said he raised his left hand. My bad.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm looking at what I have, and I don't think I have anything that would be helpful here.
Can I use detect thoughts to just sort of see what he's thinking?
You can certainly try, yeah.
Sure. Just a surface level thoughts.
Okay. I will send them to you 1 second. In any case, the issue of the duergar stronghold is my utmost priority. If you're willing to stick around and help with that issue, it would be, of course, greatly appreciated. But if you have other priorities, then it only proves my statement before. We cannot rely on heroics from adventurers to protect ourselves.
My only question is, do you plan on continuing these sacrifices to the people on the people of Bryn Shander as you do in Talos?
Of course. It's what's necessary.
You speak
Then
as
lem-
though you've actually seen Oriel.
Then let me say this. If I find my sister harmed at all, I will come for you.
You're actually leaving her here?
No. Well, I mean, with Rezik, yeah.
So
One person every month randomly selected. The odds are in your favor.
as a side note, when Cam said I will come for you, I just imagined Liam Neeson as a drow.
True.
Well, you better make those odds pretty fucking good.
Right,
If
he
we
makes
do
him really
not,
great if you're rich enough.
if we do not make the necessary sacrifices, our people will die anyway. Except more will die. As the cold gets harsher. We're talking about a god.
I once served one for many years. So we'll see.
What do you know about the duergar stronghold?
What do we know about the Rogue Star Stronghold? I don't remember anymore.
We know where it is.
We know where it is.
And that there's like a forge powered by the still beating heart of a red dragon in it. And we know that it's the fortress of Zardarok Sunblight. And I
A
think that's
forge that was presumably used to craft that chardalyn dragon, I would assume. That now is the most opportune moment to strike. You have destroyed his greatest weapon.
So are you planning to set out soon?
As soon as we can, yes.
What help do you need to expedite that?
What's your E ETA?
Need a day or two to settle in Bryn Shander and make sure everything is secure, but provided we know where we're going, then yeah, we will get a force ready to march. Our people have just been attacked by an enemy force.
Believe me, I know.
The time is now to take the fight to them. I am not your enemy.
Can I tell anything about his gloves just from glancing at them? Like, are they high quality, low quality?
Yeah, he only wears one glove, only on his left hand, and it is very high quality leather. It seems
Would I
pristine.
be able to, based off of my noble heritage, would I be able to tell like its make and where he may have gotten it from?
Let's see. Let's do a history check. Yeah, you're not 100% sure of the make, but it's very pristine, very high quality.
Very nice. Is there anything you would like help with around the city? To, like I said, maybe expedite that force.
I think you and your friends have done enough for now. Why don't you let us handle the cleanup? Get some rest. Celebrate in your victory. I'll call for you when the time has come.
Do we have a place to stay anymore?
None of your servants can cast sending. None of your men can cast sending.
Magic is very uncommon in the 10 towns. I'm sure you've figured that out by now.
That
We
does
can
not
go there.
Sending
fill
to
us
what?
with confidence.
Who do you want to do sending to?
I want to try to bluff and point out that, yes, it is rather uncommon, which makes me curious about that glove of yours.
Nothing magical about my glove. Just a leather glove.
That's odd, because I sense magic coming from your left hand. I assumed it was your glove.
Tamar. Step on his foot.
There's nothing magical about my glove or my hand. In my younger years, an old frostbite wound in my left hand. I just keep it covered up.
Odd. Must be a false reading. Can I tell if he was lying or not?
You can roll an insight check, sure.
We can probably odd do that, right?
Sure, if you want to.
Although I feel like I know the answer.
I feel like I don't have any reason not to believe him. Oh no. Seal's gonna have to take the speaker title out of his name now.
Never.
Ex-speaker Cyril Burgos.
The
Guys,
artist
just-
formerly known as Speaker.
You guys are just pulling at my heartstrings.
So as I said, we'll make our move soon. Get some rest. And again, everyone here is free to go. We're not taking any prisoners. You misunderstand what this is.
So is he currently in the room they used to use as a little base?
Yes.
Do we have a place to stay?
We've got
We can
three
still
left.
stay at the inn, probably. Like, one of our rewards from solving the mystery of the cold-hearted killer was that we would always have a room at the inn.
Oh, okay. Figured perhaps this guy would offer something, considering we just stay at the town, but...
I mean, I feel like we would be more comfortable in the inn as well, as opposed to, like,
Sure.
sleeping next door to him.
Sure.
But I also think that we should just, like, grab your sister and GTFO.
Oh, I intend to.
But we need to catch up with the Black Sword anyway and figure out where Miss Lantimir is.
Doesn't our little teleporter thing take us back to this room anyway?
Yes, but shh, don't tell him that.
Doesn't our
Yeah, we're just going to like drop in on him in the middle of the night. But
Is
yeah,
there
we should
anything
go
else
catch up with the
you
Black Sword
would-
guys before they all leave.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss?
I'm good.
Not currently. But definitely interested in taking care of the duergar.
As am I. Oh, as am I.
Then our goals are aligned. I'll be in touch.
GTFO.
Alright. I assume Talise comes from wherever room she was in with me, out the door.
Can we find who was our contact here? The guy who gave us the Hearthstone?
Telark.
Talar. Yeah, can we go find him?
Well, he's not in the town hall. He joined you for the last battle, so he's out there in the town helping out.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps you can catch up with them after a night's rest, because I'm beat.
Just like your buddy Terran Stormpaw, who also joined the fight.
Oh, where'd he go, by the way?
Oh, we still need like a celebratory dinner, right?
Terran
I
is
mean-
now making a makeshift soup tent for the refugees.
I love that idea.
Yep.
Well, the Targos
that's what he's
brought
doing.
the cauldron, right?
Yeah, but the cauldron only feeds X amount of people. There's a lot of people here right now.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about that. Should have brought it up, and he was like, "Oh, we'll use it to feed everyone."
It's still a shame I couldn't see his token during the battle.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah,
I don't know why you couldn't. It's weird. But
it's okay.
he was there,
He was there. In spirit.
right? So you guys head out back into the town. And where would you like to go?
And Talise is coming with us, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So once we're all out of sight of the earshot of the guards and out of town hall and everything, I mentioned what I saw. I mentioned that I saw his eyes flick towards the top of his hand when I was asking him about his glove, and reiterate what we're all thinking, that I'm pretty sure he's one of the chosen.
What were the ones that were left? There was isolation, which is Suffolk. Cruelty,
I bet he's endurance.
endurance. What was the last one?
Preservation. So
Preservation.
cruelty, preservation, and endurance are the three that remain.
Okay. Why do you think he is endurance?
Because he
Because
kept
he
talking about
kept-
enduring the stupid winter.
Yeah. that
Oh,
was
he
my-
did. Yeah, that's true. Good call.
Get out of my head, Lena.
We could see if we could like. Well, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it here.
Yeah. Can we take 5?
Yeah, sure, we can take a break. Let's do that.
Sorry, I need to get up for a minute.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's take 5 minutes. Okay. So, you guys leave town hall. You've got Talise with you. Back into town square. You know, they're just kind of cleaning up the mess. Targos and East Haven soldiers are helping people. Injuries are being tended to as well. They've kind of converted, like, you know, some of the nearby stalls into kind of like a medical tent, essentially. A lot of people were hurt in the attack. So what did you want to do? I know you said before you want to look for someone from the Black Sword or meet with someone from the Black Sword.
Yep. I mean, we gotta figure out where Neslantamira is, and then if she's close by, we might be able to see if we can, you know, go and at least, well, do something with her before the assault on the fortress.
Before we look for them, can we see the Netherese dragon from here? From where we are?
The
The
what?
chardalyn dragon?
The chardalyn dragon. My bad.
It exploded when you killed it.
There's pieces all over the place. I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, there's black chardalyn all over.
Oh
Bryn Shander.
gosh, yeah, we need to get rid of
Yeah,
the
I'm just
chardalyn.
curious of what they're doing with it.
Well, East Haven at least knows that it's really dangerous, right?
Didn't the people? Who was it we talked to? Didn't we talk to someone, ask them about it, and they said they were cleaning it up, and that they were protected?
No, but
Am I remembering that wrong?
you've communicated to people the problem with it. Telarch knows about it. You guys ran into some people from the town that were like mind controlled by the black chardalyn during the battle, and then Jin used calm emotions to kind of disable them or cure them or whatever. But that's part of the cleanup efforts.
Do we recognize anyone that we can see right now?
Yeah, the guard captain from East Haven. Imdra, whatever her last name was.
And do we see anyone from the Black Sword?
Imdra Arlagath. Half elf. Not in town square, no.
Do you want to go talk to Indra? At least see how East Haven got recruited?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Be interesting. How they got wrapped up in this mess.
Okay, yeah, head over to her then.
Right. Yeah, you guys head over and just kind of overseeing cleanup effort, delegating tasks. People are coming up and kind of giving reports to her before receiving orders and heading off to do whatever they need to do next.
So circumstances are a little different than they were from the last time we met.
She turns and looks at your group and kind of pauses on Trinthia for a moment and then looks back at Jin and says, indeed, circumstances are different for everyone, I suppose.
So how
Is
did
there-
this alliance happen? It's a little surprised to see you guys here together.
It just kind of shrugs and half smiles and says, we're just doing what we have to do to survive. That's all. Same as anybody else.
Do you know what plans are for the Duergar Fortress assault coming up?
Plans haven't been passed down to me yet, but I've heard whispers, rumblings of it. That's what's coming. It makes sense. These duergar pose a threat to all of us, so we're going to have to take the fight to them. Logic would dictate. With Targos' military, we should have the forces to do so. I hope you'll be going along.
I'll be there.
It's good to hear. Good that you were here, too. The dragon. Terrifying.
Yeah, it tried to mind control me.
Yeah,
Didn't it
kind of
breathe at
wish
me?
you guys had gotten here a little sooner.
In any case, there anything I can do for you? There's lots to get done here.
We might contact you in a couple of days just to see how just to check on your progress.
Sure, yeah. I'll be around. Couple days
I'm just
anyway.
thinking that if we want to do something else, I think they'll definitely bring her along for the assault, right? So if we want to like just join up with them later on.
We'll see what happens. I might get sent back to East Haven at some point. We want to take the assault to the duergar, but there is concern about leaving the other towns with too thin of a defense force.
Do the other towns even know about this, like aside from the big three? Because
Goodmead
nobody
does.
told Goodmead.
I mean, I kind of know, right?
Well, you know now.
My
Meets
Yeah,
understanding
you
is
know, but do the people know?
my understanding is the words being spread around as we speak.
Actually, did Nave ever respond to our question about like what he was planning with the other speakers?
What do you mean by what is he planning? It's clear that he made a statement that he's the only leader now, if that's what you mean.
I
Yeah,
guess
he
like
also
so who's
said-
in charge of the other towns now? Because he can't, literally go to each town and tell them how to do things, right?
You doubt his power.
I don't think he
Well,
specifically said that, but
Yeah, I mean, his statement is more like for day-to-day stuff. Like, I don't think it's something he's involved in because the intent is that this is a
monarchy.
temporary solution. So he's not really interested in like the long, at least from what he said, he's not interested in the long-term governance or
Okay, so it's
logistics
not so
around
much
it.
that the speakers are deposed, it's just that right now his power takes precedence.
Yeah, out of necessity based on some law that he has referenced.
Maybe we should go look up and make sure that law actually says that.
I mean, I
Is
don't
that
think
why
it
you sound like
matters. I don't think it matters. Like, even if it doesn't actually say that, as long as the people think that he's right, they'll support him. I mean, you said that he convinced you.
As a yes. Well, no. What he said made sense, yes, but the way he was doing it did not. Because he's right. Like, there's a saying: too many cooks spoil the pot, right? Like, if everyone's throwing stuff in the pot, then nothing's gonna get cooked. It's all gonna taste gross. But having someone to direct all that stuff is a worthwhile thing. But if you are looking to be that person in power, you're generally not the right person for that power.
But yeah, I don't think that even if we did discover that, oh, this is just like a made up law, I don't think it's gonna really change the situation.
I mean, my problem isn't that he's in control now. My problem is he's in control and still believes in the sacrificing thing.
Well, if he's actually Orio's disciple, then yeah. But we should go look for the Black Sword guys. Unless the only way to do it is just to cast sending to. Yes, technically we could cast sending to Avarice, right?
There's also there was like a captain that was that was like kind of coordinating the Black Sword forces that you guys met as well.
Ooh, yes. Do we know where he is? Or where they were stationed?
Might be at one of the gates, you could assume.
Okay, yeah, let's go there.
They were stationed at what, the East Gate? Or am I remembering that wrong?
South,
They
maybe?
were at the,
I can't
they were
remember.
at the southwest gate.
Okay.
So we're going there, right?
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to find where I put this guy. But
Somewhere in Bryn Shander.
he's got to be somewhere. Where the heck are you, sir? What do you call yourself?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
That's right. Cotton Eye Joe, the Black Sword, cult of the Black Sword General. That's him, for sure. His name's Donovan now. That's his name. There you go.
McNabb?
Donovan McNabb.
Donovan Bailey. You guys head to the southwest gate, and you find this guy who you're like, I'm pretty sure his name was Donovan. I'm just gonna call him that. Yeah. So southwest gate, that's the one where the dragon burst through, and so they're kind of just cleaning up the mess. Big hole in the wall. Kind of tending to the wounded/dead as well. So Blacksword's helping out, and some of the people from Targos and East Haven are down there helping out as well.
What ho, Donovan?
Whoa.
Rude.
Call him a hoe? What the hell?
Oh, it's good to see you all survived. All worked out then. Dragon is slain, town is saved.
Sort of.
You're the
Yeah.
heroes. Congratulations.
Thanks. Sorry
Why
about
do I
your
feel
guys.
so hollow inside? Just kidding.
Never thought I'd hear that one.
Speaker Cyril Brucos.
Don't rub it in.
Ah, you've nothing to be sorry for. Many of our people that fell in battle, their souls will be forever protected by our Lord Levistus. So we will be making our way back to Cairdenville shortly.
So Avaris said that you had some information for us?
Yes, so your end of the bargain was to help out in the pursuit of Ithrin. To do so, as you know, Avaris is going to require her stolen artifact. Presumed stolen artifact, I suppose I should say, but in any case, she's quite confident that if you find Naslantamir, you will find her artifact. Last known location of Naslantamir was the town of Tourmaline. Hopefully you can pick up her trail there.
I can't remember. Is that the one that's got the leather workers that we were?
No, that's
recommended?
Lonelywood. Lonelywood is the one with the leather workers. Tourmaline, I think, had like a beast in their mines. Oh, which probably leads to the Underdark.
Yes, it's been made known to you that the mines in Tourmaline have an entrance into the Underdark. Tellark informed you, and Corinthia knows about it too.
We should go there. It's fun down there.
Probably Duergar first.
Yeah.
Isn't that where the duergar are from?
Yeah.
Well, the fortress is to the south.
Yeah.
When you guys had previously met with Tellark a while ago and talked about potentially assaulting Sunblight Fortress, there was discussion about whether you would do a head-on assault overland or come in from the Underdark and attack the fortress from below, essentially. So that option
Ooh.
still exists to you as well.
We could bring that up with the 10 Towns force. And then knock out two birds with one stone.
All 5 of them.
Have to bring it up with our new steward.
So what have you guys been doing lately? You know, since you stopped chasing Duergar around.
We run training exercises and prepare for whatever else is to come. I mean, we do what we're commanded to do. Levistus saved me. I'll serve him till the end.
Well, good luck with that.
Hope you find your dad.
Thanks for your help here. Much appreciated.
We had a deal. That's all. I'm sure you'll hold up your end.
Actually, do you know anything about Naslantamir?
No. Sorry.
Oh, good.
She's a wizard. Watch out for that.
Thanks.
But is she a hairy wizard?
I heard she does have quite long hair, yes. And glasses.
And a lightning-shaped scar.
No. Well, she might. I don't know. Where's the scar located?
Her forehead, I think.
Oh, no, don't think so. Would have seen that.
You've seen her?
Well, people would see it. That's a pretty prominent location to have a scar.
So at this point, we know. Sorry, this isn't to that guy. I think we're done with that guy, right? Anything else you wanted to ask him?
I think
No.
we're done.
No? Got the
Okay.
info, what to do with the artifact or whatever. I would like to
Alright.
check out that bring it up to what's his face about checking out that Underdark entrance.
Well, he bids farewell to you and just kind of scratches his head and goes, "Man, I can't even remember my own name."
Okay, so at this point, we know, well, we think we've identified all of Ureo's servants, right? There's Sefik, who we killed, the druid lady who keeps trying to teach animals to talk, this guy, Nath Matsudabar,
Nathan.
and, sorry?
Nathan.
Yeah,
Alien?
Nathan. And, gosh, who was the last guy? And Lena's mom.
Presumably.
Wait,
Wait, Lena's
We think
mom's
my
a
mom
servant
is?
of... This is news to me.
Your birth mom.
Your presumed mom,
Her mum.
not Oyama
The tiger tribe lady.
oh, what would what are the things we're missing? We're missing endurance, perseverance. No, what
Preservation.
was that?
Preservation.
Preservation.
Cruelty. I think your mom's probably cruelty.
Well, she threw her baby off a cliff, so
Oh, so the Spartans.
no, it makes it cruel.
It makes it cool.
Makes it cool.
Okay, yeah. So we want to go try to convince the 10 Towns guys to go through Tourmaline for their attack.
Or at least check it out before just heading out. Because it ends up not being like a good idea. Then maybe we shouldn't march the whole army over there, but it's just a thought.
How far is it from here to Tourmaline?
Like a full day's travel back to the world map.
Plus, I think it'd be a good change of scenery.
Well, we haven't been there yet. So yeah.
I think he means going through the Underdark.
Yes.
When we had got attacked from the very start, the very start of the thing, and they came out from that somewhere in the south, and they smelled like gunpowder. So maybe that's where they came from.
Well, they smelled like that because they used explosives to cause an avalanche. That killed your
Guy.
escort.
Yeah. I like how I can remember that, but I couldn't tell you what the name of
Wow.
we
I
encountered
never
were.
realized that they caused the avalanche.
Yeah. Because we were talking about having me smell, and we could smell the gunpowder.
I either just don't remember that or I never made the connection.
But how would they have known we were coming?
That's the find out.
No, we know that they had their own seer. I forgot what they were called.
Yes. Yeah, you did. They did have a
Soothsayer, I think.
seer. Soothsayer, yep. They tucked an air tag into somebody's pack.
Apple air tag.
So we think that the druid lady, like Mossy said, is one of the people. My mom is one of the people. I don't want to say real mom. My birth mom is one of the people. This guy here is one of the people. And do we have one more that we're missing, or was
Sefik.
Sefik the fourth?
The statue on the roof.
Right.
Yeah, there's four.
But there was
There's-
only 4. Okay.
Yes.
So this is my question though for the group. If we actually think that he is endurance, why would we wait till after we did the duergar fortress and then teleport back and then attack him? Why
Because
wouldn't
we'll
we
know
just
he'll
wait
last
till
the
night?
longest.
Because
what?
then he won't be surrounded by 2 armies, because the armies will be at the fortress.
That's a good point. What if we wait till we get to the fortress, and before we fight at the fortress, we teleport back? So we fight the big bad guy with all of our cooldowns up.
Because
Well, for one, when
then
we
what
get
happens
there,
at the fortress-
my character is not going to want to leave before we do this.
Also, like, we do need to take care of the duergar. And I think that if we want to persuade the 10 towns to help us after, hopefully, Nath dies, we will want to have been prominent in the fight against the duergar.
On top of that, we are just
Okay, that makes
assuming.
sense.
We are just assuming that he is.
Oh, now that we're away from him, can you share what he was thinking about?
Oh, I showed it earlier,
Would
but you probably weren't back yet. Yeah, I can. He really didn't say much, or at least I didn't hear much of what he was thinking. His surface thoughts were, why don't they understand you can't fight winter itself? I didn't go any deeper than that to
Okay.
not trigger anything bad happening. Especially after we were just in a fight and I had no self slots.
Since I lived here, do I know, is there any way to challenge him in, like, single combat? Like
Like a Makara.
Yeah.
No, well, not that you know of. You guys don't know all of the 10 towns
Well,
law, so
Well, I'm using it from my point of view of having grown up in this area-ish.
yeah, I know, but you didn't
Adjacent
grow
to
up
it.
as a 10. Yeah, but you didn't grow up as a
Yeah.
10 towner, so you don't know. I mean, you're not even familiar with whatever article he's referencing from whatever.
I know.
Perhaps before we leave,
Okay.
As far as
that,
Jing can grab a constitution of the 10 towns and read on the way to the duergar
Yeah, as far as you know, it
that
could be
when
bullshit.
he started talking about how, like this, the 10 towns can't be protected by adventurers. It needs to be protected by the government. That was kind of what he was forestalling. Because even if, we are mightier than him individually, which I'm sure we are. Well, actually, I'm not sure we are. Actually, if he's a disciple of Uriel, I think he's probably stronger than us individually. But, yeah. I think that he was forestalling, any possibility of trying to trump him by saying that, we're like powerful as an individual.
Can you say that again? I didn't understand what you meant.
So the part of his whole speech where he was saying that the 10 towns can't be protected by adventurers, it has to be protected by the government. I think he was forestalling the possibility of us trying to challenge him one-on-one, or five-on-one or whatever. Like, his whole point was that it doesn't matter if you are strong as one person, because you're not going to be able to, defeat the duergar single-handedly. Like, it needs to be the group, and he is the leader of the strongest military force of the 10 towns right now. But yeah, I don't think that defeating him in single combat would destroy his sway over the people.
Well, he'd be dead.
I think this is a problem for later. Until we can maybe come up with real solutions.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, also as a disciple of Uriel, I would not like our odds of defeating him in single combat.
Well, it wouldn't be single combat, it would be 5-on-1.
Well, what I was talking about was having him show that he is the disciple of Uriel in that single combat. So that
Gotcha.
people
Yep.
realize that he's not a good guy, and that we can kill him.
Oh, so like when Durtan challenged Gul'dan and got completely obliterated, but showed everybody that Gul'dan was just fucked up.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, I was thinking about someone who would live, because we can res them, or just would run away or whatever. Everyone would jump in and save them because we don't want everyone to die.
I can res one person still.
Hey, I can be a bear and then let him kill me, and then I'll come back to life as a human.
I think we got this guy all wrong. I think he's just a sincere dude who's just trying to help everyone. The only way he knows how.
But see, this is the thing. I agree with you, but he doesn't need to be in charge of everything to do that. He just needs to send his army down there. He's already got the strongest army. Him taking over another city doesn't do anything except kill these people.
We know he's not a sincere dude because we know he's affiliated with the Zentarum.
I forgot about that.
He's just trying to make Icewind Dale great again.
Ugh.
And he just had an itchy left hand.
So we're gonna go down to the Is that our next plan? Is to go down to the duergar fortress?
I thought we were gonna try to persuade them to go north to Tourmaline, and then go through
Or-
the tunnels to the
Or
fortress.
at least check it
Well,
out.
so the only issue with doing that is like the idea of going through Tourmaline is based off of us using that to also search for what's her face while we're
That's
there.
Lantamir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we
So that's like
won't
2 birds
have
with 1 stone.
which we won't really have time to do unless the plan is to camp out in Tourmaline while we send a scouting party through the Underdark, which, if we're being honest, if we're going to go through the Underdark, we're going to need to send a scouting party first.
Why don't we send them from Bryn Shander to the
Why wouldn't we have
duergar
time?
fortress and we go to the Underdark? And then we can have people up top and people in the back.
Is there a reason we
Well,
wouldn't have time to do this?
They would definitely get there first, though. Then
Yeah, so they just wait until we get there. We can message them.
We wouldn't have time because we were informed that her last known location was Tourmaline. That doesn't mean she's still there, which means we would have to follow up for whatever, you know. And we can't be like, okay, Army, we know you were going to go do this, but now you're going to have to wait here for us to go do this side quest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we just send them to the duergar fortress, like the little
Yeah, we
bunch
could,
of
yeah.
trees above north of it, and have them wait there, and then we can send either a message cantrip, or we can, I don't know, blow something up so they see it and they come around the corner.
Alternatively,
and fight 'em.
another idea is I still think that we should send for the Goliaths. Alternatively, what we could do is if we did want to take the human army or the 10 Towns army through the Underdark and have the Goliaths come up from on top and pincer the duergar.
Hey, but this is my question. Isn't the Underdark ruled by, like, the duergar and the drow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So marching an army through there seems like a really dumb idea.
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't we just send them down there to wait for us and figure out a way to get a message to them so that they're not just waiting around for nothing?
Because they're not going to wait for us. Nath made it clear that they were going to be doing this sooner rather than later, with or without us. So they're not going to want to wait for us.
actually, do we know? Like, is the Underdark? It's not fully occupied, right?
No.
Like, there might not actually be that many
No, it's not,
drow.
it's
Like-
not fully occupied.
The Underdark is essentially like for every inch of land that exists overland, there is. Think of it like a mirror land, right? Like it's a. So just like there's tons of empty space on the surface, there's tons of empty space down there too. But there's also civilization. So
Does Tarinthia know like what's under the road
They're
between
also
Tourmaline
actively
and the
using
fortress?
this area
Most
to
likely.
go places.
yeah, Tarinthia would be pretty familiar with the Underdark that exists underneath Icewind Dale because she has spent a lot of time going in and out of there over the past couple of years. So you would have a pretty good guide. She would also know kind of what Lena alluded to. Like, you'd probably be okay to maneuver a small group through the Underdark, but marching an entire army, especially trying to do it with like unnoticed whatsoever, like that's not going to happen. Like, you're going to be, the Underdark's dangerous. Like, it would be really tough to march an army through there.
So we can send our combined army to at least lie in wait close to the fortress on the surface while we go and
Just have them like start out later. Like, I don't like the idea of leaving Bryn Shander like completely unprotected. I don't think they would enjoy it either. Just like have them, spend a bit more time cleaning up before setting out.
What are the limitations on the message cantrip?
Well, there are a lot
A
of
lot.
limitations on message, but not so much on sending, which is what I have. Is that what you meant?
I don't know which one we would be using. Whichever one would.
Yeah, message is very limited. But sending is pretty unlimited. It costs a third level spell slot though.
Okay.
You can send it
Um,
anywhere.
But what I'm
So
getting
we
at
could
is,
send a message to the Goliath to meet the army there.
yeah, which is what I already recommended or suggested. But my point is no matter what we do with the army, we are going to have to travel with them. They're not going to go and then wait by the fortress while we go up and investigate Trauma Lane.
I mean,
And
we
I'm saying the amount of
possibly
time it takes
persuade
them to get.
do that if we can convince them that it would it would help a lot with increasing the chances of taking down the fortress.
We'll
Right.
probably get
I'm saying that the time it takes them to get from Bryn Shander to the duergar Fortress is probably equal to the time it would take us to get through Tourmaline into the Underdark. And then I understand that the guy who's leading the army, who's not actually at the actual front of the army, is saying to go and attack them. But if we can convince the commander of the army, who is not crazy and controlled by God, that to just wait an extra day or two while we get there from the back and like surprise them, and then they can attack from the front, like that's a much more likely to keep your guys alive plan than just go attack the duergar Fortress. Go for it. Especially if we can get the Goliaths to agree to come. Like, literally, it's not going to hurt them to wait a couple days. We're not telling them to wait forever. We're not saying it's an amount of time or an unknown amount of time. Tarinthia knows how long it will take us to get through the Underdark in a general sense, so she'll be able to say, like, oh, it's going to be 3 to 4 days. That's how long it will take them to get to halfway to Tourmaline. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long it'll take to get there, but...
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe I'm misunderstanding something. So
the army would be willing, like they're going to be willing to work with you tactically. They're not saying like we're just going to enact our plan, like whatever you do. Nath's point was more just like if you're going to go do side quests, like we're not waiting for that. But if you have a plan to be a part of the attack, then yeah, you can coordinate with them.
Right, and that's what I was getting at. As I was under the understanding that everybody else wanted to go to Tourmaline so we could investigate Ms. Lantimir as well as go through the Underdark. And what I'm saying is that I don't think that we can do that. I think if we're going to go through the Underdark, we have to beeline it and go straight for the Underdark and worry about Ms. Lantimir later.
I don't know. We have to come up with that plan.
We don't actually have a deadline to get to the fortress.
Yeah, we could tell them that, like, to give us an extra day to get there to make sure we can find the place before they leave, or like we can message them
Like,
when
no
we are
one
going into the
aside from
Underdark.
Tarinthia actually knows how long it's going to take to get there, so we can just tell them, like,
Well,
it'll take us.
Or sending,
That
sorry.
long.
so yeah, you don't have like a stated like specific date deadline to get to Sunblight Fortress, but it's expected that is the primary goal. Like you will have a difficulty negotiating a long time limit on that if you plan.
Yeah,
to
no,
do
I don't think
other things.
we were planning to.
I think the only thing we're planning to do is to see if she was still there. Right?
Well, yeah, because right now we really don't know anything about her or this artifact, or like, can we just negotiate with her to get it back? Do we need to take it by force? We don't know anything.
We might be able to like leave something with her that we can then use tracking on so we could find her again. I don't know. I could just turn into a bear and eat her.
I mean,
I feel like we can convince him that we're going there to potentially find like a back way into the fortress. So like we're going there to help us with our. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's not just convincing them, right? Like we're actually doing that.
We're actually going to go do that.
Do.
I don't feel like it's unrealistic to say that we spent a little bit of time looking around for Nest Lantimir while we were there. I'm not saying, give us a week, but Especially if we leave, say, like the next day. I mean, they're going to be taking a day or two to clean up Bryn Shander regardless.
That's true. Did we ever decide? Did they bring our chocobos with them, or are their chocobos back at the Goliaths?
They're with the Goliaths.
Do we have a way to get back there?
Yeah, we could walk.
So
We could
also,
probably also. Well, I don't know how well the Goliaths know the lands outside of their lands, but we could use sending to contact them and see if they could send the.
Chocobos.
Sorry,
I thought you were trying to say the word chocobos and forgot it.
not chocobos. No, the flying.
Griffins?
Was it wyverns? No, sorry.
Griffins.
Griffins?
Griffins, yes. Send griffins to take us back.
So another thing to keep in mind, time-wise, is that while it will take an army longer to travel to the
Fortress.
fortress than it would take just our small group, you also have to remember that it's going to take a day just to get to Tromeline, and then a day to get back to Bryn Shander's region in the Underdark, and then however long it takes to get to the fortress. So we're going to be spending at minimum 2 days of extra travel time to get to and travel through the Underdark.
Yeah, but they're also spending at least, he said, a day or two just cleaning up the town.
How long did it take us to fly on the Griffins? It was like 6 hours, right?
No, it was like a full day plus
Oh.
to get to Cerdinville.
I'm cool with
Can
whatever.
we just buy new chocobos? Well, I'm just to get to Tourmaline, right? If
Possibly.
we're
Do we
walking,
have-
it's gonna take forever, right?
Tourmaline can
How much
can
did we
always
buy them
be
for
something
originally?
we do afterwards if we're worried about, the army leaving and attacking without us.
Yeah, like I said, I think that trying to do a pincer attack is a good idea. My only concern is, I don't want to risk us getting caught up in something in Tromeline with Neslantimir, and then having the whole battle of the fortress be something that happens off screen because we took too long.
No, that's something we can mostly control, right? Like, right now, we have no reason to believe that Neslantimir wants to be targeting us for anything.
Yeah, we have a thief who's like a master thief. We'll just send him in with a bunch of bonuses. We'll give him a blessing.
Pardon?
He'll just steal it.
No. Well, like what I'm getting at is, okay, say she's not there. She went up to Lonelywood, and then we get distracted and decide to go up to Lonelywood.
We're not going
Yeah,
to
I
Lonelywood.
mean, we can control that.
We are not going to Lonelywood. We're going to Tourmaline to see if she's still there, and then decide what to do. And it's not going to be something. It might be fighting her and killing her, but I don't think it's following her.
Maybe we
I
can
think
sort of.
that.
Go ahead.
Oh, good.
Okay. Maybe we can just sort of see the whole Neslantimir thing as a side thing as we're going. Like the primary reason we're going to be going up there is to see about finding an
pincer
alternative
attack.
way. Yeah, the whole pincher attack thing with the fortress. Just view it as like while we're there, we might as well spend
It's
a little bit of
secondary
time
objective, but it's not
looking
gonna take
around.
precedence over.
And who knows? She might not
over
even be there.
anything.
How long did it
Um,
take to get to Tourmaline from Bryn Shander?
A full
A
day
day.
Is that with chocobos or walking?
walking.
Okay, so how
So
long did it take
can we buy
chocobos?
new chocobos?
You could potentially do that, yeah.
I think we can convince some
borrow them?
people.
I mean, do we have the money for it? How much do they cost?
I mean, we did to save the town. I feel like we can
They were like
convince.
they were like 50 gold each when you bought them before.
I can afford it. Don't worry.
Can you really?
Oh my god, yes.
How rich are you?
We can. I feel like we can convince
Wait, how
Nathaniel.
do you be getting money? Wow, words.
He stole it from Lena.
I feel like we can convince
Yeah.
Nathaniel to give us some chocobos to help in the war effort.
I mean, there's not really much to buy, and we found gold. Like, I have like almost 700 gold.
Yeah,
have
you have to
214.
remember. You have to remember that not all of us have spent all of our money on potions.
What's money? What's gold?
Disco Elysium.
But I have a mug that says I endured this endless winter, and all I got was this stupid mug. What do you have?
I have that same mug.
I have a scroll of knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
I can summon a Tarask.
No, I can summon Tyrannus. I have it.
Okay,
it's
anyway.
in my bag.
So the plan is to go to Tourmaline. We need to figure out how long it will take us to get there, and whether we can get the chocobos first or not. Because walking through the Underdark seems like it might not be the best plan we've ever had. So either we need new chocobos or we need our chocobos. We can get there
I'm
to
sure new
Goliath
chocobos
and then
are
teleport back.
easier to get. Like we can go back to our old chocobos afterwards, but for now, I think just get new chocobos. Hey, maybe you'll meet Roy. What's his name? Roy, the dumb chocobo again. Second chance at him.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are you saying me? I don't want a dumb chocobo.
Because originally he was one of your options.
Maybe you'll get him. Is there? I'm assuming that there's not like a chocobo borrowing system where we borrow it in Bryn Shander and then return it in Tourmaline, right? Like there's no car rental thing.
No.
Okay.
There's no. What were they called in Final Fantasy? I'm drawing a blank.
Aren't they chocobos?
No, you could like rent
Oh, the
chocobos.
service?
Yeah.
Porters.
Yeah, porters. There's no porters.
Okay, my other question is, are we walking straight north out of Bryn Shander, or do we have to follow the road?
Probably.
Follow the road.
I would assume the road.
Yeah.
It would probably take us longer if we went straight there, but who knows?
Even if I was like breaking the
Depends on the snow, right? And the
first?
conditions.
All right. Well, we can wrap up there. You guys kind of have a direction of what you want to do, so we can plan that out for the next session for next week. Next week? Wait. Is Thanksgiving next week? Next week's not
Yeah.
possible, right?
It is.
Definitely can't do next.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, miss. Thank you for asking. I am very okay.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Oh, no. You don't need to help me at all, miss. Of course not. Absolutely.
Yeah, but why is he talking like that?
I think he's just a young, nervous soldier. This is his first bit of combat, so he's in this.
Maybe
he's
he's
just
you're a
not used to
figure.
being.
He's not used to talking to girls.
Hey, do you think that? Wait.
He looked
Because he was
directly
willing
at
to look me in
Shin.
the eye, but he can't look you in the eye.
Oh. I don't know what to do with that information.
That's the great
Elena
thing.
probably doesn't even notice.